They're outdated with not so great articulation. Now this is a figure with articulation. This is the SH Monster Arts Godzilla 2014. And my goodness, is this figure articulated. Taking a look at the box. Very, very nice detail on the box. The old school Monster Arts type of box design. And the back, it's just beautiful overall. I really love the box. But taking a look at the figure itself, it speaks for itself, to be honest. This figure, while not movie accurate, I do want to say it is actually accurate to the PlayStation 4 Godzilla video game, which this video game is an absolute banger. I really suggest playing it, even though I've actually not played it myself. But I've seen a couple of reviews about it, and it's a really good game. But taking a look at the figure itself, my God, you get a lot of articulation out of this guy. Although some people might not like the head sculpt, but I actually don't really mind that at all. It looks pretty great on its own. And now into a further deep dive into the figure itself. For the articulation on the waist, you get two joints, one at the chest and one up on the upper torso. For the arms, same as usual for Monster Arts, one ball joint on the arm, a bend at the elbow, and another ball joint on the hand. For the legs, again, same thing, ball joint on the thigh, or close to the thigh. On the knee, I think it's double hinged, but I don't want to push it too far because it could break. And really good pivot and articulation on the foot. And now for the tail, one of the best parts of SH. We are here at the tail. One of the best parts of an SH Monster Arts figure because it's so fluid and you get a lot of posability out of it. As you can see, I have no idea how much segments are in. I'm not going to count, but let's just say it has very great articulation. Besides for this, after I got him out of the box, I did notice this little issue. It kind of bugs me a little bit. Hopefully this doesn't bug me while making stop motion animations. And another thing I want to point out is that he came with this weird gunk on his tail. But thank God it was removable. I think it was some sort of clay or even food, which is pretty disgusting. But I will paint over this with some dry brush, and I will make a tutorial on how to do it yourself. So yeah, the tail articulation is absolutely amazing. Aside from, you know, the issue or bug this guy has. And now we move on to the paint. The paint is, I'd say, decent. It's not the best thing I've ever seen, but the paint on him is, I guess, okay. The paint on the teeth is actually not as bad as I anticipated. Sure, it's a little bit sloppy, but it's pretty good. And then for the dry brushing that he already has, it's okay. I do want to say it's not as movie accurate. It looks more green rather than a tannish color, but it's done pretty good though. For the toenails, they look like a moldish color. I don't really like that at all, and I don't see any paint on his nails. Another thing I want to point out about this figure is that when I got him out of the box and took him apart just to see if he had any issues underneath, he was all dusty from the inside. I mean, he is an old figure, but come on, how do you build up dust from the inside? He also still has dust in his freaking mouth. I will clean that up later. And well, yeah, overall this figure is amazing. Good articulation, nice sculpt. Basically just almost a 10 out of 10, but besides his little bugs and all that, I'd say a solid 8. It's a great figure. And now for the comparison to my NECA 2014 figure. As you can see, my 2014 figure has been custom painted by me. I gave him some dry brushing and a little bit of mod on his neck so he can get a bit more articulation, repainted teeth. And well, I actually do love this NECA figure. It's really nicely sculpted. The detail is, well, okay. The mold could be better. As you can see, the difference between this and this. And he's, I want to say, a bit glossy. And something I don't like about this figure, which SH Monster Arts does better, is that this thing has bendy wire. And this is something I don't really like, since it has a possibility to break. But yeah, this figure is really good. And I do want to say something. The NECA figure is actually a bit more accurate than high-end SH Monster Arts. You can fight all over it, but I do love this figure. And you can really tell the difference between the head sculpts. As you can see, there's a very different appeal for both. One is based off the movie and the other one is based off a video game. And well, they both look pretty good. And overall, amazing figure. Will I replace my NECA with this figure and sell him? Absolutely not. I love both of these figures. And in fact, 2014 is actually one of my favorite Godzillas, alongside 2004, aka Final Wars Godzilla. Even though this guy doesn't come with any accessories, also you don't come with any accessories at all. This guy has a Spitfire version that is really good. Great paint on the dorsals. I like it a lot. It also has translucent plastic on the dorsals, which makes it 10 times better. He also comes with accessories, that being the Muto's head and the Spitfire piece or effect. Well, I'd say this is the whole review. This figure is absolutely amazing, and I highly recommend it if you can find it for a great price. If you're wondering how much I got this guy for, it was for $86 on eBay, rather than going to G-Fuzz for $120 without the box. Wow, inflation. And really, that's the whole review. If you have any questions, make sure to drop a comment on either both of the figures, or a question that's not related to figures or anything else, to be honest. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more content like this and more stop motion videos that are coming in the future. See ya.